Hey there. So I've got a new world and a new channel, and I think I'm going to try something new. So I have some experience playing Minecraft. I think it's kind of fun to put farms together and do a number of different things like that. I've also been enjoying using the new Voxy stuff that I found, but I think it's time for me to also make a place for me to share whatever thoughts I've got kicking around. Now, as you can see, the channel is called Anonymous Function. And yes, it's the NPC Walljack as the profile picture. I think it's kind of fun. I've got different things that I think. I'm never really sure how people like directly around me are going to respond to these things, and so I think it's fun to come here and hide behind an NPC and just kind of get some of my thoughts out there for testing and see how people respond to them. So this YouTube isn't like a thing that's actually going to be anything I try to do seriously in as far as, making any money. So it's just time to be here and, kind of enjoy the experience and trying to create something that doesn't exist yet. So one of the things, I said already that I want to get some of my thoughts and ideas out there. It's a tough thing when you have, a job, responsibilities, and things like that. It's amazing how dangerous it can be to actually speak your mind, and it's really tragic. And there are some things that I think are worth sharing. Now, I just want to put your mind at ease that there's nothing bad, no violence, no discord or anything like that. In fact, I am interested in peace, but trying to figure out exactly how to make that work while maintaining boundaries around those who wish to be violent it's a difficult thing. So here I am doing the NPC thing. Now, why do I do this? Really, in the last few years of my life, so much of this has been about trying to find meaning and trying to find really what it is that's my place in this world, what it is that matters to me. Now, I've been on a heck of a journey trying to figure out what really matters to me. And, there's been a lot, and I don't know how to really package it all into this without putting some more thought into it. But that's what, posting a second video will be for. But it's a tricky thing, trying to figure out really how to orient yourself in the world. I've enjoyed a number of interesting influences. I've really enjoyed a fellow by the name of Jonathan Peugeot. In fact, I would say that he's been a major part of my symbolic education, and some of the stuff that I've learned from listening to him has helped me better understand my dreams, or at least the few that have been notable enough to stick with me long enough for me to get written down and really ponder. But there's just a lot to be considered, and some real depths to be plumbed when it comes to figuring out what exactly we're doing with our lives. So but as far as what I'm planning on doing here with Minecraft. You know, it's here we're obviously just doing day one, which is, you know, where else are you going to start? I actually, I really enjoy, like in my background, not that this has anything to do with any school that I may have done, because I actually, the only school I've done is a couple of recreational math classes after high school. But the one of the subjects that I found very interesting that I've studied is economics. And, you know, like economics, number one, that can be a real mess. There are, you know, the discipline is just a disaster area to begin with. But we have, you know, people who use economics as, you know, kind of explanations for why we need to have inequality and why we need to have people who are managing things for everyone else. But economics also, it gets into like behavior and reward and, you know, how it is that people make decisions. But the fun thing with Minecraft is, in some ways, the economics of Minecraft are a little broken, and broken in ways that actually just make everything easier. So things are available enough that all it takes is a few minutes and you're not starving. And then, you know, it takes just a little bit more and you're starting to get farms going that turn into basically more stuff than you'll ever need, and you'll be experiencing the game at a level that feels not that different from creative mode almost. But when it comes to like the value of things, there are a number of interesting economic lessons that I think we can observe in Minecraft. But, you know, economics itself also is not quite enough. By being a person who exists, we also have a soul. And economics doesn't have much of a soul to it. And, you know, that soul matters. And so this gets back to that thing I was starting out with about how I'm trying to figure out how to make meaning, or how to understand meaning that is inherent in the things that I'm doing in my life. Because if I'm not doing the things that feed my soul, what am I doing? And now I know this is sounding like, you know, some teenage angsty type of stuff, and I, as a middle-aged man, that is unbecoming according to some folks. But really, like, the questions don't change. Like, you have to figure out what is meaningful. You have to figure out where you belong in the context of the world around you. And if you don't, like, there is pathology that will come. And so these are just things that a person has to cope with and figure out. So I think that's as good of description as I can give you about like where I'm starting at with this and what it is that I'm hoping to do. We'll see what else comes up in the future, but here it is, my first video. And I'm all out of thoughts, so we can just sit here and appreciate the next couple of minutes of the first day of Minecraft here.